Hey guys, Frank Dickinson again. Hey, it's Thursday of the Hear Me See Me week, and I have a special video for you about a very special offer that I have been authorized to give you. But let me talk to you for just a minute about what's been going on during this week. We talked about enlightenment. We've talked about changing our mind. We've talked about changing our life. We've talked about who's controlling who in your network marketing business or in your MLM. We've talked about all of those things, but I want to talk to you about something more specific today, changing your mind. Let me give you just a little insight into what's happened for me in the last, whatever it's been, 9 months, 8 months, 7 months, something like that, I'm not sure. September of last year, I was sitting here in my office at home. I had just gotten off of work from a job that I literally hated. Worked outside all summer long. In the hot summer, I managed concession stands for a racetrack here in the St. Louis area. Hot, filthy, nasty work. I was sitting here and I had just jumped into another deal. You guys remember the video from yesterday where I talked about the current reality and the self-image? That current reality that I had was that I was living paycheck to paycheck, that I was bored out of my head, that I hated my job, that I was doing all of those crazy kind of things. The reality that I had in my head, or the dream, the self-image that I had in my mind was so much bigger than that I wanted to stay at home, that I wanted to work from here, that I wanted to change my life, my relationships, and my finances, and the way that I did business. That was that dream that I had. Where I was last September was in that current reality. I was fortunate enough to come upon a man in a community. The man's name is Joe Schroeder, such a gentleman from New Jersey, and his community is called Starlink Nation. www.starlinknation.com. Guys, let me stop and tell you this right now. This is not a pitch. This is not about pitching you into another deal. This is not a 1-up, a 2-up, a 3-up, a sideways up. This is none of those things. This is about you and changing your life, like I've been fortunate enough to do it. Met Joe Schroeder. I have pictures of him and I together in New Jersey. We've dined together. We have had drinks together. I have become one of his private coaching students. What has happened for me has been absolutely phenomenal. Guys, here's what I've learned. If I wanted to change my life, change my relationships, change my finances, guys, when I sat here in September of last year, I could count my friends, my true friends, on one hand. That's sad. I'm 47 years old, and I could count my friends on one hand. What truly happened for me was I learned that if I wanted to change all of those things about my life, that I first had to change my mind. I began reading and studying. Finally, I stopped working the company and I started working on me. I started reading and studying. Not long after that, Joe wrote a book that has truly transformed my way of thinking, and thereby has transformed my life. Here it is. It's called The Temple of Supermind. You see that? And the subtitle is How to Turn Your Subconscious Mind, so important, into Aladdin's lamp and become 10 feet tall and bulletproof. The first thing I saw was, and become 10 feet tall and bulletproof. Last September, I felt anything but 10 feet tall, and I definitely wasn't bulletproof. But I began to read in Supermind. It's one of Joe's newest books. I began to read in Supermind, and I learned about changing the way that I talk to myself. I learned about changing the way that I view myself. I learned about all those self-defeating and limiting thoughts that I had. I learned how to change my mind so that I could change my life. And one of the ways I learned it was through the Temple of Supermind. Guys, Let me tell you this. Here's what I have to offer you today. I am so passionate about what has happened to me, what has happened to me and to my family. I'm no longer living paycheck to paycheck. I am working in this home, my home, every day. My office is just through the door over there. I am able to do that because of the changes that have happened in my mind. The Temple of Supermind. How to turn your subconscious mind into Aladdin's lamp and become 10 feet tall and bulletproof. Because of that, I've been able to change those sections of my life, those portions of my life that I always wanted to change, that I have been striving for in one place after another since 1991. And it has happened for me. Here's what I have to offer you guys. Normally, Supermind is $517. It's $497. Comes with 2 CDs. And Joe always throws other things in. There's some booklets and stuff that he puts in there as well. It's normally $517. But guys, here's what I found. When I began to reshape my life and then began to think about reshaping my business, the thing that I was doing to bring in the income that I needed to be able to stay here at home, when I began to think about reshaping that business, I knew that I didn't have the tools. Well, one of the things about Joe Schroeder is, in the 90s, late 90s and early 2000s, Joe built 2 multi-million-dollar downlines in 2 different companies. And he wrote a manual called The Cash Flow Recruiting Machine. Guys, what this is Joe's blueprint for what he did, for everything that he did, all the ad copy that he wrote, all the things that he did with drop cards and business cards and ad copies and full page ads and all the things he did internally on websites and things like that. Everything that he did to build those 2 multi-million-dollar downlines is found in this book. He let out the secret. He calls it the Cash Flow Recruiting Machine. Normally this is $117 shipped to your door. $97 plus $20 to ship it to your door. It also comes with 2 CDs. This time, when I got it, I got the Part-Time Millionaire, a little booklet that Joe had written some years ago, and he just revised. If you take these 2, Supermind and the Cash Flow Recruiting Machine, that's a total of $634 shipped to your door. Joe has authorized me for the next 2 days to sell Supermind for $417 shipped to your door. $417 shipped to your door. And if you're willing to do that, I'll throw in Cash Flow Recruiting Machine for free. That's $200 off here and $117 off here. $217 off of an amazing system. A system for both your mind, how to change that. Because, guys, I'm telling you, beyond a shadow of a doubt, you cannot change your business until you change your mind. You simply cannot change your business until you change your mind. Is it worth it to not live paycheck to paycheck anymore? Is it worth it to do the dream that is in that big box that we talked about yesterday? Whatever it is, living wherever you want to, working wherever you want to, working from home, leaving a job, or working your job but having a different mindset about it. Is it worth $417 to totally change your life? I truly think it is. Guys, here's the deal. It's only through midnight on Thursday night. Midnight on Thursday night that I'm able to do this. Call me at 618-882-5700 with your credit card and we can get it right out to you. I also have some links in the email that you're looking at right now where you can buy it by PayPal. Let's get it in your hands. Let's get your life changing. Let's get you to the place where you truly want to be. Guys, I thank you. I love you, and I'll talk to you soon. Call me. Let's get it in your hands. Bye for now.